How long will it take me to get ready for an Ironman triathlon?
To get ready for an Ironman triathlon is it's an arduous process. You know, to give you an exact time frame, it depends on where you're coming from as a person, as an athlete. I think, to be quite honest with you, a lot of people rush to Ironman these days a lot quicker than they used to. You know, it's sort of become one of those bucket list things that, you know, I've seen people do a sprint triathlon and 2 weeks later they're doing their first Olympic and they're getting into an Ironman, you know, 9 months later. And I think, you know, from my perspective, a guy who's been in the sport for, you know, 30 years, you're missing a lot of the fun of the journey of getting yourself to an Ironman starting line by rushing to get there. So to, you know, to give you an exact time frame, it's all depends on perspective. I would encourage people who have been in the sport 2 or 3 years to start looking at Ironman racing. They've got a bit of a foundation in fitness, they're starting to get a bit of foundation in swimming, biking and running. And I think the process and the actual preparing for an Ironman would be a much more enjoyable experience, and the entire Ironman day would be a much more enjoyable experience. But for the actual preparation for a race, you know, anywhere from 24 to 16 weeks, depending on where you've come from, is a really good prep. That'll leave you a lot of room for any hiccups that can come along the way. I know a lot of the professionals do 12-week blocks, but they're coming from a much different place. But a lot of the good amateurs are looking at a 6-month build to a solid Ironman.